Okay, I'm getting ready to let the crew out here. There's Baloo and Otis and Rooster over there. And so they're pretty good about coming out of their crates now. I've built a wait command. So I do that by using the kennel door. And then if they try to come out, I'll close the door on them. All right, we got Otis over there being a little impatient, but that's huge for Otis. Because he was apparently really whining a lot at home. So for him to do that in just that short little burst is actually really good progress, which means he's settling down. So, but when I'm letting them out of their crates, there's a couple, if I'm just working with one dog, which is how I do this, I build this by working with one dog first. And I'm teaching that dog to wait while the threshold opens. Now I can use the door, like I said, to close it on the dog, but I'm not slamming it. And then what I'll do is once the dog backs up, I'll say wait. And then once the dog has a good e-collar foundation, then I'll overlay the e-collar to the door closing and then overlaying the word and then the tap of the collar, and then all three of them are happening at the same time. Then I get to the point where I can have the door wide open and the dog's holding his position. And then eventually I can phase the e-collar out, so on and so forth. So the one thing, and so for that dog, then I'll give it a very soft release, sometimes just a really quiet let's go. What I don't want to do is get the dog wound up, and basically, because coming out of the threshold, when you really stop and think about it, is loading the dog's prey drive. And when I open this door behind me, the dog's already loaded in prey drive, because when it goes out into the yard, what's it going to do, right? Sight, scent, sound, and movement. That's all triggers a prey drive, right? So when I have all three of them loose, which is what I'm gonna do, I don't really give a release. As long as they're here calm, and when I open the door, they're calm. If I need to ask one to go into a sit, I will. I actually wanna see what they're gonna do on their own, just through the process of doing this over and over again. What I'm just trying to avoid is winding the dog up. And then when you line up a whole group of dogs and they're all jacked up to go out through the threshold, remind yourself they are loaded in prey drive at that point. And so if you're holding everybody off and you're calling one at a time, you can potentially be suppressing, and I say that, but I'm not saying it in a bad way, but it's not there's good and bad suppression. This would be, in my opinion, a suppression that I wouldn't want, because if I'm suppressing everybody else, then when I release them, they're gonna come out in an explosion, that's what I'm trying to eliminate. I just want them to kind of come out happy and gradually move out of the threshold into the yard. What happens in the yard, I can address that later. So anyways, so we're gonna see how this goes. I'm not using remote collars with them. The remotes are in my pocket, but I'm not using them for any of this at this time. Just, I wanna challenge myself and the dogs and see how we do. All right, we're gonna give it a go. Hold on. All right, here's big boy Baloo. So with this eye contact that he gives me here, I'm just going to move off the kennel, and he can decide whether to come out or not. He actually really likes his crate. Wait. So see, I'm going to use the door to block. Now I can ask for more, but I'm going to move away. So you see what I mean? I'm not giving a release. He's sitting there going, well, can I come out? Well, I want him to figure it out, Otis, wait. All right, so now I'm just going to move off their crate, which is me just releasing that pressure. Is all it is, Mr. Blue is just waiting for the door to open up. So now here I'm going to do the same thing. I might have to block with my foot if I want to move them back. Go on, back up. I can move them back just by stepping in. All right, so I have everybody. Now Baloo's going to move forward. Wait, I'm going to step into him. Wait. So I'm just using spatial pressure. So see, I have this somewhat of a calmness. You notice how they're all, like Otis is sniffing and looking. This is all prey drive loaded. Now I'm just gonna leave and walk away. See, Rooster's back there going, what the heck? Juno's gonna go help him out. There he goes. All right, I don't need to give these huge releases like a, yes, let's go, it's okay. It's really going against what I'm trying to achieve. So look how they just come into the environment. Someone's over there peeing, scratching, tracking. Juno's over there getting ready to pee on top of that. This is what it's all about. Otis is tracking around, checking out, right? That's how we want him to come out. Anything outside of that happens, I can control it. If these two, Rooster starts playing a little rough on Otis, I'll go ahead and address that. But right now, I'm just letting them get into it. That's how we do it.